Welcome to Hero Club.
I'm Nick Williams.
And I'm George Primavera.
George and I started playing Dungeons & Dragons with our buddies in college, and we haven't stopped since. Even when we lived on opposite coasts, I would Skype in George on the TV in the living room of my apartment,
while I would DM from the floor of my bathroom so as not to wake up my roommate. When I finally came out to Los Angeles, we started playing with our friends right away.
And when we'd inevitably tell other people about the ultimate betrayals and daring heroics that happened in our games, we realized that they were just hearing a jumbled mess instead of the cinematic blockbuster memories that were in our heads. We wanted to show people how fun and immersive D&D can be, especially those who had never played.
And to do that, we record a full game like normal around the table and then painstakingly cut it down from 4 hours to a clean, math-free episode, so you can experience our memories the way we do.
Just like in a real game, nothing is ever written or planned out ahead of time with the players. The only things we add are music and sound effects.
I am the Dungeon Master. I build the world and the framework for an adventure. The players, like Nick, must then journey through the obstacles I set before them, rolling a 20-sided die and adding character-specific bonuses to see if they succeed. If they beat the number I have in my head, then their action is successful. If not, it is a failure, and there may be consequences. We try to follow the rules of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition as close as we can, but as the Dungeon Master, what I say goes, and there are some things I like to do differently.
Each season is its own contained story, so find one that sounds interesting to you and start from the top. And hey,
welcome to the club.
Town. Ha, ha. On a trawler, slick with squalor, bound in shackles and a collar. A person's felled, a person's held, as they cry out for a messiah, like a spicy jambalaya. A righteous horse rises from the sauce. Is it him, or could it be? Is it him, or may that me? Is the hero of the bayou, hero of the bayou. The salvation is to bayou, that hero from the bad bayou. The fan blades go around and round to take you home. Around and round, the fan blades go around and round to take you home. Around and round, the fan blades go around and round to take you home. Around and round, the fan blades go. He'll make his presence known. Here he comes, he's the hero.
Hero Club presents ClusterMuck. Chapter 6, Mud Money. About 30 minutes earlier, we find ourselves on the mid-level of the antenna, a beautiful open-air deck, adorned with sparkling lights, tables full of resplendent food and ornaments, and a live band in the corner playing low and slow in the background. Backstage of a hastily constructed podium proscenium combo paces Papa Roach, hands behind his back, the picture of anxiety. A few attendants step back from him, watching him carefully and nervously.
Can I fucking help you? I thought you had a job to do.
Oh, so sorry, Papa.
And he scuttles off.
Can't find good business anywhere in this town.
Papa Roach approaches the remaining attendant.
Has my son made an appearance yet this evening?
No, sir. We ain't heard from Kid Roach none at all tonight.
Haven't heard from him. That's funny. I just thought he'd want to be here to celebrate his father. That's alright. That's alright. Children. Children. You got any kids?
No, sir.
Don't.
As Papa Roach walks angrily back underneath the banner that says, "Farewell, Papa," his phone buzzes at his hip.
Swamp Crust.
He fumbles with the phone momentarily, checks the caller ID, and quickly takes the call.
Dipper McGurk. My goodness, it is good to hear from you. I hope you have good news for me.
Well, sir, I believe we do. We have your crate, sir.
Yes! Fuck yes! Fuck yes! I mean, that's great. That's really great, you guys. Thank you so much. Listen, I'll tell you what. Why don't y'all just be some juicy little peaches on for me, and you bring that right on down to the Hastings elevator building for me.
Actually, sir, our price has changed.
Oh, y'all looked inside that case, didn't you? You just had to take a little peek see.
A lot of things have happened, sir, that we weren't expected, and we don't want your riches or nothing like that. It's just our fan boat repair shop, sir. The GCC and the Valdivians, well, they burned it straight to the ground. And I just want your assurance, sir, that moving forward, keeping it real is your exclusive provider of fanboat care and chauffeur services. And of course, fishing, touring, and the like, if that's something you do. I'm not sure if that falls into your purview or not.
Well, that sounds agreeable to me. You just go ahead and meet me down there, and we will get you paid. And I'll tell you what, I'll buy you 2 more fanboat chops. How's that sound?
Well, that sounds great, sir, but there is one sticking point with that. You see, the GCC, they have an airboat out looking for us right now. It'd make our job a whole lot easier if you could send some of your fellers out to make a distraction or something on the other side of the swamp, something like that.
You know what, that sounds nice, Dipper. That sounds real good. Okay, listen, I gotta go, all right? But I'll talk to you real soon.
Are you gonna do that, or?
Yeah, that's an affirmative. Okay, goodbye.
Papa Roach hangs up the phone, pumping his fist in the air.
Yes! Well, I'd say I'm just about ready to give my speech now.
And then you feel cold steel press into your back.
I said I don't want to drink. Oh.
Well. Somebody thought they could get one up on me. You get a little too big for your britches, Papa.
Hey, now, Skeet, I don't know what you're talking about. We're partners here, yeah?
On a table next to the two of you, from behind you, a gloved insectoid hand lays down a piece of paper.
Why don't you go ahead and read what that says for me?
Papa Roach takes the paper, trying to stem the tremble creeping into his hand.
Well, now, who gave you this?
Read the fucking paper.
Hastings Bank, approval of transfer of funds, totaling 1 billion.
1 billion credits. Now, how did a bloke like you come into such a bloody big fortune? Last I checked, you weren't doing no billion-dollar deals, Roach. What was our split again? 100K apiece? You weren't lying to me, were ya?
Though clearly nervous, Papa Roach stands his ground.
Are you questioning my business integrity, Skeet?
As you turn to face the red Acelli eyes of the Mosquito, he glares at you, a smirk blossoming across his face.
You know, I paid the Hastings Bank a little visit this morning, and wouldn't you know it, Wayne Ether has got something in his desk that details the inventory being transferred. And fuck me dead if it wasn't labelled with the very serial number of the case that I gave you.
All of a sudden, he grabs Papa Roach by the neck and slams him up against the railing, and Papa Roach dangles over the high fall into the swamp below.
You trying to fuck me, Roach?
Whoa, now, Skeet, come on now, man. Let's not do nothing hasty. This is a party here. We're supposed to have a nice, good time.
Don't worry, Roach. I ain't gonna squish you here. I still need ya. Get your phone out.
Now, what do you need with my phone, Skeet?
The Mosquito takes the phone and calls the last number.
Dipper McGurk.
There's been a change of location. We're gonna need you to come to the antenna, post-haste.
Who am I speaking to?
That's not important. What is important is that I have a gun to your friend's head here. If I don't see you in the next 30 minutes at the antenna, Tower 1, penthouse, his poor little cockroach brains are gonna be teeth, toad, chum, and I'll come for you next.
Dipper! Hey, Dipper, you remember when we talked about that fan boat place? We could do 3. We could do 4 plays. We get a whole franchise, right? I'll even throw in a little bonus on top of the.
I'm trying to talk on the phone.
Mr. Stranger Man, we'll see you soon.
The Mosquito throws the phone into the swamp.
Come on.
He grabs Papa Roach, throwing an arm around him casually with the gun still poked into his side as they walk through the party.
Just keep nice and quiet. Don't want to ruin the piss up. Let's go wait in your office.
You're gonna regret this, Skeet.
The two walk into the elevator, turn around, select the penthouse level, and the doors slowly begin to close.
We'll see.
Ma'am, can you hear me? Ma'am, everybody clear?
Birchtrude, you are suddenly shocked awake as electrical current rips through the wood that makes up your body, and you are suddenly flung upright, brought back up to 1 HP.
Birchtrude frantically looks around, in particular at what just came out of her mouth.
You spit out of your mouth half of a cigarette and a soggy taquito.
All right, she's awake. She's awake. All right, let's pack up here. We did our job, folks.
As you look around to see what's going on, you find yourself at a small rest stop area, a sort of floating gas station with a sign above it that reads Stomp and Spit. Immediately, you feel an immense amount of pain rack your body, almost like the entire surface area of your bark has been scorched. And now, there are 2 extremely sore spots on your upper chest from where you've just been defibrillated. As you get your bearings, you see an ambulance fan boat with 2 alligator folk and a small goblinoid packing up their medical equipment and waving you goodbye as you regain consciousness.
You'll be billed end of next week. We've got your credit information. Thank you.
Birchtrude confusedly waves back, taking in all the damage that's been done to her body.
Oh, everything hurts and I'm dying. Where's the package?
And she frantically starts looking around for the package.
And finds none.
Oh no. Oh, we're gonna get in so much trouble. Oh, and I don't know where Chris and Phil are. Okay, well, Phil's such a good leader. I'm sure he's fine.
Birchtrude, for the first time you realize that night has fallen. You're not sure how much time has passed since your encounter with the Snapdragon deep in Teeth Toad territory. You're not even sure how you got here, or how you could have possibly survived the encounter. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
15.
Very faintly, at the very corners of your memory, you remember being pulled out of the water, the roar of an engine, and then the flicking of a lighter.
This one's on me, darling. You have worse shit coming to you.
And then all darkness around it. As you examine your person, looking down for your Valdivian tech, you find your stun baton at your hip, though it is completely non-functional, as well as your stun gun, which is in the exact same shape, seemingly destroyed by some kind of high-temperature exposure. Your Valdivian firearm is missing. As you examine your tech further, you realize that your Valdivian tablet is also destroyed, which would have allowed you to gain internet access, make phone calls, and generally determine where you are. And additionally, the vitals and tracking device attached to the inside of your outfit has likewise been fried and waterlogged. For a moment, you feel very much on your own.
Birchtrude knows she can't be a good employee if she's not healthy, so she goes into the gas station to try to find some sustenance.
Oh, hey, you're awake. I called the medicals and thought maybe they'd take you with them, but they didn't do nothing of the sort, so now I guess I'm stuck with you. How can I help you?
Oh, that was you who called. Thank you. I'm just a little confused. I don't really know what's going on. I just woke up and I don't really feel well. Do you have any medicine, bandages, like a Valdivia Nutripack? Oh, those would be good. And the berry flavor in particular. Not to be picky, because I'm desperate, but that's my favorite.
Oh, darling, I'm really sorry to tell you this. This is just a stomp and spit.
What does that mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. It means we sell beverages and snacks and the like, and you can refill your fan boat out back if you like. Also, we have bathroom facilities if you need to do so, and, I've got my phone back here, of course.
Okay, maybe I'll just get a pack of Puff Crisps.
All right, sure, that's 3 credits.
Birchtrude goes down to grab her tablet and then realizes that it's broken.
Oh, my tablet's not working.
I'm sorry, it's not my store, otherwise I'd make an exception, Darling, can I let you use my phone? Is there anybody you can call, maybe come get you?
Yes, that would be really helpful, actually. I would really thank you.
All right, go ahead on and back. No problem.
The insectoid fellow, very much resembling an ant, gets down from the counter, opens up a little swinging back door for you, and there is a telephone booth. It looks very old and very analog.
Oh boy. Okay.
Birchtrude walks up to the very ancient phone and instinctively calls her captain.
Immediately, it goes to voicemail.
Hello? Gotcha! This is Phil from Valdivia. Leave a message and have a 5-star day.
Hey Phil, it's Birchtrude. I'm lost at a stomp and spit out somewhere in the swamp. I'm assuming that you're fine and you're probably with Chris, so if you guys could come pick me up, that would be great. Love you, bye.
She hangs up the phone, picks it up again, and begins to dial Valdivian headquarters.
Hi, this is Connie from Valdivia. How can I help you today?
Hi, Connie, this is Birchtrude Bluepoole, Valdivian ID number 1SS12 Beta.
Oh, my, Clerk Bluepoole, would you just mind confirming for me your planet of deployment?
Oh, absolutely. It was Aromatica, Dev Center 9911B.
Oh, my. Okay, please hold. I'm gonna transfer you.
Clerk Birchtrude Bluepoole, you are about to be connected to CEO of Valdivia, Meridia Bezguskian. This is an intergalactic call. Will you accept the charges?
Yes.
Birchtrude's heart rate has skyrocketed, knowing who she's about to talk to.
You are about to speak to CEO Meridia Bezguskian. Congratulations.
Oh my god.
Stand by.
Play it cool, Birchtrude. It's fine. Pretend like it's just any other call. Like just a regular call.
All right, who am I speaking to right now?
Hello, CEO Bezguskian. My name is Birchtrude Bluepoole, and I'm currently stranded at a stomp and spit at the moment.
Bluepoole, relax. You can call me Meridia. Don't worry about it.
That is... Thank you for the honor, Meridia.
All right, great. Clerk Bluepoole, we have a bit of a problem on Aromatica's surface. I was wondering if you could help me out.
Oh, absolutely. If the CEO of Valdivia asks for my help, you bet your butt, yes.
That's great. So, here's the whole deal. Remember that standard delivery we sent you on? I believe you appeared with, Phil Smith?
Yes, he was our captain.
And you were deployed with a CRS unit?
Yes. Chris.
Perfect. Well, a few hours ago, all your connections went dark. And that package is especially important for us to deliver on time with maximum satisfaction. But we've run into a little problem. Typically, when a team goes missing on the job, we send in a bigger force, and we did that, but it appears that they flatlined as well. Big, huge bummer for all of us on the top floor.
That's a lot of paperwork.
You're telling me I'm up to my ass in paperwork. Anyway, about 5 minutes ago, the GCC shot down one of our Valdivia intercept vehicles. And on top of that, they placed a ban on all Valdivian aircraft and personnel from landing on Aromatica's surface.
They think they could just do whatever they want.
I know, ridiculous. If I've learned anything, the best way to make sure everyone is the happiest they could possibly be is just to let the free market take over. No holds barred, no restrictions.
Exactly. Otherwise, it's just pure chaos.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Anyways, you picking up what I'm putting down here? We can't send any more people. You're down there already. You're legally a corpse. This could work out in everyone's favor. Looks like we've got some supervisor positions open.
Birchtrude's entire body freezes, as this is the level she's been aspiring to achieve for years.
Yeah, with Phil and Von both gone. The position is yours. We can even offer your family a benefit plan along with the supervisor's significant pay bump.
Birchtrude has a full flashback of her parents and her siblings crammed together in their one-room home, all in the same bed, as she said her final goodbyes to them.
We believe in you, Birchtrude.
Come back soon. We'll miss you. We depend on you, Birchtrude. We have no way of making money on our own ever since we all lost our legs in that accident. You're the only one who can help us. If you don't send us money, we all die. Love you, bye, good luck. Have fun with your art history major.
It would be my honor to accept and to serve Valdivia.
Because you're solo on the planet's surface, we're gonna go ahead and approve level 4 for you, okay? I see you calling from the Stomp and Spit, which is great, because that happens to be where we installed our not technically legal weapons cache. You're gonna wanna go into the bathroom there, walk into the 3rd toilet stall and flush 3 times. And then it's gonna prompt you for the code, which is Henry Hastings' human menopause. Don't ask, it's a personal thing between me and him.
Hey, you gotta make your password something you're gonna remember.
Now, once you got that, I want you to acquire the package from whomever has it now. Take it to the Hastings elevator building and signal me when you get there, because we're gonna beam you up teleportation style when you do.
Okay, amazing. Do we know where the package was last? Because when I lost consciousness, unfortunately, I lost eyes on the package.
Last known location was where we sent the 2nd team. Some podunk fanboat repair shop or some shit called Keeping It Real. I know. That's probably your best place to start. Alright, Supervisor Bluepoole. Go get geared up and get to it. Valdivia forever!
The phone hangs up.
Birchtrude hangs up the phone, thanks the clerk in the gas station, and goes around to use the bathroom.
As you walk into the bathroom, the first thing that you notice is that the sink is absolutely covered in blue hair dye, and discarded bottles rest underneath the sink, completely empty. But you bypass this, walking to the 3rd toilet stall, locating the flushing mechanism.
Birchtrude gets in and flushes 3 times.
A soft robotic voice is suddenly heard.
Code phrase.
Henry Hastings' human menopause.
Accepted.
The bottom of the toilet opens up, you suddenly shoot down a long pipe like a big water slide, and then you slam onto your knees in a cold linoleum basement.
Ow!
There is the sound of a spotlight turning on, and then another, and then another, and then 2 more illuminate at the far end of this 30 by 30 little warehouse. Up on a mannequin is something you've only read about in manuals: Valdivian power armor.
Wow. I never thought I'd be so lucky.
You see a black helmet with a cold light blue visor that would mask the top half of your face. You see intricate, lightweight carbon plating that would make up a chest piece. 2 enormous gauntlets that appear to be outfitted with various projectile weapons as well as hand-to-hand combat enhancers. And a pair of jet boots, each with omnidirectional thrusters attached.
Birchtrude is truly in awe looking at this display of advanced Valdivian technology. She goes up and holds the helm, slowly places it on her head, and begins to grab the gauntlets and the boots as well, further armoring herself. She then begins to look around for some sort of healing aid.
There are 8 Valdivian Nutri-Packs neatly arranged on the wall in front of you.
Birchtrude opens one of the packs, takes out a syringe full of viscous green liquid, before jabbing it into her thigh and pressing the plunger down.
Birchtrude, you instantly gain the benefits of a short rest. Birchtrude is brought up to 38 points of health.
All right, let's find this case.
Birchtrude comes storming out of the Stomp and Spit bathroom, decked out in her new power armor. The rest stop is completely abandoned except for the attendant inside, and as you move to the front of the Stomp and Spit to get a look at your options for a way forward, you notice, to your right, is a waterway leading to the Hastings Elevator Building and the subsequent plaza at the base of the skyscrapers around it. Ahead of you, wild teeth-toad territory with enormously tall grass and dark mystery lying beyond it. And to your left, the Aromatica Falls, with the shantytown Mudtown sitting atop the great waterfall.
Birchtrude stands tall and confident in her Valdivian attire. She clicks her boots together, activating them, and begins hovering in the air.
Left is best.
And she zooms off towards Aromatica Falls, not even seeing the option to the right.
As Birchtrude shoots into the night sky, sailing over the Aromatica Falls, she will now make a perception check with advantage.
25.
From afar, something immediately catches your eye. A building, a little ways into Mudtown, bordering one of the docks, is burning. And as your visor zooms in on the scene, you see a significant amount of wreckage strewn all over the banks. Zooming in a little further, thanks to your enhanced visor, and you see a piece of wreckage that specifically bears the symbol of Valdivia.
And Birchtrude propels herself towards the wreckage.
After a couple of minutes, she drops down within the chaotic scene.
Birchtrude surveys the scene, looking for any signs of life.
Roll a survival check.
Botch.
Suddenly you hear a metallic thud from within the wreckage of the Valdivian cruiser, like someone is trying to escape from within. Immediately you locate the cockpit. Roll an athletics check to try to move a piece of wreckage out of the way.
10.
It does not budge.
Birchtrude backs up, takes aim with her blaster, and fires. 12.
As you step a couple of feet back and fire into the cockpit, trying to free whoever might be trapped within, a hole opens up in the metal wreckage that was containing a pressure building within the metal burning craft, and a fireball explodes outward at you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
17.
Failure. You are blasted into the burning building, taking 29 fire damage. Birchtrude, dazed, you find yourself in the middle of the burning building. However, the roof, having caved in, is allowing the smoke to escape into the sky, so you are at no risk for asphyxiation. Birchtrude is brought down to 9 points of health. Birchtrude, roll a survival check.
15.
It takes you a moment to discern what this building once was because of all the wreckage. It was clearly once a fan boat repair shop, but it also looks like it may have doubled as a living quarters. In the corner of the room, charred beyond recognition, you find a body, buried beneath the caved-in roof. Roll an investigation check.
17.
You find a supervisor tag on the lapel. While most of the gear has been destroyed by the fire, there are a couple of things kept on the rear of the belt of this person that survived the extreme heat. You find 2 Valdivirade injections, as well as a mission log.
Oh, I'm so sorry you died, but I'm so grateful I have these.
And Birchtrude uses both Valdivirade needles.
Birchtrude regains 12 points of health, bringing her up to 21 points of health.
Birchtrude pockets the supervisor badge and then plays the mission log.
Von, mission log, Alpha. Reports of the GCC frigate scanning sections of the swamp where our squad went dark. We're going to deploy to the surface and follow up with scans and recovery. We'll update. Thanks very much. Von, mission log Bravo. Looks like we picked up a rogue fan boat out here on the swamp, but no Valdivian soldiers recovered, unfortunately. Assume all KIA. Gonna attach a tracker to this bad boy and put it down in the swamp. Let's see what fish we can catch. Von, mission log Charlie. Tracker has been placed. It is in motion. We are in pursuit. Von, mission log Delta. We have arrived at a fan boat repair establishment and are making contact. Readying air support if need be. Request approval for deployment of ordnance. If we don't find anything here, plan is to check out Papa Roach's residence at the antenna. Stand by for further contact. The mission log reaches its end.
Birchtrude does a final sweep of the room before going out to the plane and seeing if she can find any more Valdivirades.
Roll a survival check with disadvantage.
16.
Searching around the fallen Valdivian ship, you do find a discarded first aid kit, which normally would contain more than enough to completely replenish your health points, but in this case, only a couple of Valdivirade syringes are found unbroken.
I'll take what I can get.
And Birchtrude uses both Valdivirades.
Birchtrude, as you use your 4th syringe, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Dirty 20.
You regain 16 points of health, bringing you up to 37 points of health, and you resist the exhaustive effects of overdosing on Valdivarade.
Birchtrude takes one final look at the wreckage, engages her boots again, and zooms off towards the antenna.
Meanwhile, just 30 minutes earlier, we find ourselves in a cold, metallic 15 by 20 cell, in which two figures sit hunched on a stark metal bench, while a third figure lies on it horizontal. All three figures sit behind a plasma laser barrier. Kid Roach and Grubbs sit on opposite ends of this tiny room, while the goblinoid, Barry Darling, slowly begins to regain consciousness.
Anyway, like I was saying, I was coming out of the optometrist, and that's where I got these here new spectacles. It takes a while to get all 7 lenses framed and fit around my head like that. And then they just scooped me up and said that I was a fugitive of the galaxy.
Are they all the same thickness? Because I know, like, for example, one of my eyes is like negative 3.3, something like that. The other one's like
it's funny. It's funny
Are they
you
all
mentioned
different?
that. No, so each single one is different. I have a different degree of stigmatits.
Yeah. I know what that
something's
is.
different about every single one of my eyes.
They're always shaking and whatnot. Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, she's waking up.
What the? Hey!
Oh, sorry. I was just looking at you got a laser bullet right there, a wound.
Don't you touch me, I'm wet and sticky. And she scurries off into the corner of the room and touches her wounds.
That bullet hole looks like it went right through your whole body, through your whole torso. I could see right through, like a little peephole.
Barry investigates the wound on her back and puts a finger in the hole.
Barry has regained consciousness with 1 health point remaining. Roll a medicine check.
8.
There is indeed a perfectly clean hole through your shoulder, but the flesh around that hole seems to have healed almost completely. You are not touching viscera, you are touching scar tissue.
Barry Darling puts her finger in her shoulder hole and wiggles it around. It's like I got a shoulder piercing or something. What the hell is this?
Hey, Grubbs, you think if we made another hole right next to it, we could use her like a pair of binoculars?
You ain't using me for nothing.
It was just an idea, right? It doesn't have to happen. I'm just saying, like, Grubbs, you think it would work if we did that? Maybe we could take 2. Well, you got 7 eyes, but I was gonna say maybe if we take 2 of your lenses and just kind of shove them in there.
Kid, you're still silly drunk from all that casino wine. What are you talking about, making a binocular person?
Hey, listen, man, they were giving me that casino wine for free, all right? So if I'm a little loose, I'm not gonna apologize for it.
Barry looks at the two and sizes them up, seeing if she can beat them in a fistfight.
Roll an investigation check.
3.
Both of them look quite large. You're dubious that you would be able to take both of them in hand-to-hand combat, though admittedly, you are distracted as you look down at your prosthetic leg and realize that the oil tank has been removed from your flamethrower leg. Kid Roach, roll a history check.
14.
Kid Roach, as you look at Barry Darling's prosthetic leg, you make the connection that she must be one of the unkillable 8 you hired earlier.
Oh, shoot. All right. Grubbs, I think this is one of them gobblies we tried to hire that were all spread out and skedaddled.
Oh, man. So I guess that didn't go well. I guess that explains a couple of things, right?
I didn't do no skedaddling, okay?
Look, I don't know y'all's dilemma. All I know is that I hired you to do something for me, and y'all did not do it.
Well, maybe I did do it. What'd you want us to do? Because I did a lot of stuff.
Kid, I think they did that thing where they compartmentalized the bishop. I don't think she really knows what was going on.
Oh, no. You think... Oh, so what you're saying is... And let me get this straight. You're saying that the goblin number 1, right?
I'm the goblin number 1 now. We don't even talk about the past ones.
Well, I believe that. And you know what? I'm not taking that away from you. I'm just saying that when we did hire you, there was a goblin number 1 who was not you. Because I have not met you in my life.
Sky High Tyler.
Yep, Sky High Tyler. That's right. So I believe that Sky High Tyler must have taken the mission from us and not relayed the information to you. Am I correct?
That would be correct.
Woo! I was gonna say I could not. I was trying to do mental gymnastics, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of casino wine in my brain. So if I start to deviate, Grubbs here is gonna have to keep me on task. Right, Grubbs?
What? Sorry, I got distracted. Do you know when this here spaceship's gonna land? Are we in orbit right now? I don't feel no 0G.
We're in a spaceship?
That would explain the motion sickness. Okay, you know what? I wish someone would have explained that earlier, and that's okay. That's okay. I thought the room was just spinning around me, so.
Barry takes a look around the room to just survey her surroundings.
Make a perception check.
18.
All three of you are in a sort of brig. You start to notice GCC iconography and come to the conclusion that you must be aboard some kind of GCC frigate or larger ship. You also notice that you feel gravity firmly below your feet, and you feel the motion of brake thrusters suddenly, meaning you must be in atmosphere still. When the brake thrusters fire, all of you lurch forward slightly, followed by an increase in the volume of the engine's hum, and there is the muted firing of an enormous railgun. Shortly after that, you all feel the ship around you move forward.
Oh man, what the heck is going on out there?
Oh, thank God. Y'all felt it too, because I thought I was imagining it, and I genuinely did not know what I was going to do with myself. I thought I was going to come over to Grubbs and throw up on his lap.
Do you think they're gonna kill us?
You know what, Grubbs? I've been thinking about this a lot in the last 15 minutes or so, and I do believe there's a possibility that we may be killed.
Oh man, but my dad's a sheriff. Maybe if we could call him and tell him what's going on, he could help us out.
I think I have a better idea.
What's that?
We didn't get the name Unkillable 8 for nothing. If you just let me, Tall Goblin, stand on your shoulders, I think we can reason with them.
Barry, as you stare menacingly at Grubbs, make an intimidation check.
16.
Be your goblin legs, but I don't know if you want me as legs. I'm blind as a bat right now. I got all 7 of my eyes dilated.
You just gotta be legs. I'm gonna be the eyes.
Roll another intimidation check.
21.
Okay. I guess you could get up here.
Grubbs stands at approximately 7 feet tall, and as you clamber atop him, your head scrapes the ceiling. This is surely the tallest a goblin has ever been.
Woo! That's a whole lot of woman.
At this realization, the adrenaline pumps in your veins, and you gain the equivalent healing power of a short rest. You gain 30 hit points, bringing you up to 31 of 32 hit points. However, make a charisma saving throw.
19.
You feel the power rush within you, but having just been humbled on that jet ski, you know that you are in a dangerous situation and you need to be careful about how you handle it. And almost serendipitously, as if the presence of the tall goblin has created some sort of shift in karma, all of you once again hear the engine hum crescendo, the railgun clearly being about to fire again, but the gun never fires. And instead, there is a shuddering within the engine, the lights begin to fail, and instantly the laser barrier in front of you falters and deactivates. The control panel for the barrier indicates a rebooting process, which quickly moves from 0 to 25% in just a second or two, and there is one door at the opposite end of the room leading out of the brig.
All right, I'll be right behind you.
Quickly, you move beyond the laser barrier as it flicks back on just as you get to the other side of it, and find yourself with just a door in front of you and the unknown ahead of you.
Hey, you. What are you good at?
Oh man, well, oh God, Grubbs is gonna have to back me up on this one. I'm good at a lot of things. I'm good at talking.
We don't have time to talk a lot. Just what are you good at? Say.
Damn, we can't talk a lot. That's the one thing I can do is talk. I can scream pretty loud. Every once in a while I can confuse someone, but just slightly. Not enough to do much confusion, but enough for them to be like, what's going on here?
He's selling himself short. He's real strong. He just only exhibits his strength when he's real afraid.
I'm one of those secret strongs, you know, where it's like you can't tell based on my thin arms, but
he don't look it at all.
Exactly. It's all mostly adrenaline and willpower.
The door is unlocked and opens. The hall is well lit, and there is a guard booth that appears to be 10 feet in front of this door, completely empty, next to the brig entrance. There is a locker with a digital lock on it, and leaning up against the booth is an intimidating-looking GCC repeater rifle.
Barry Darling leaps to the gun, takes it, and cocks it.
And then you hear to your right the flushing of a toilet. There is a door directly adjacent to you. The door opens, and a guard holding a newspaper suddenly looks at you, holding the rifle directly next to him. What the fuck?
Barry shoots him.
Wait! Roll an attack with advantage.
Nat 20.
On a nat 20, Barry, having been flicking through the options on the rifle before the door opened, finally finds one that reads Heat Penetrator, pulls the trigger, and silently, a perfectly round, 7-inch in diameter hole appears in the guard's chest, and he drops back into the bathroom, dead. No alarm has been raised.
Okay, well, I was gonna say let's take it slow, but it seems like we're just gonna go in guns blazing.
What happened? I didn't hear nothing.
You didn't need to hear nothing. We just need to take his clothes off his body and put them on ours.
And Barry Darling starts stripping the guard.
Right, so you can take that outfit. I'm just gonna let you know right off the bat that if we get caught, I'm gonna let them know you are holding me hostage. Because I have not taken much part in this. I'm just here for the ride. If we escape, I would love that. It would be very beneficial to me. But I ain't gonna take no flack for you. Just that's all I'm saying.
Oh man, this is so tight. Okay, all right, I'll scrunch it down.
Grubbs, remember that trick I taught you? Just leave the button of the pants, just leave it open. They'll stay on. They'll stay on.
Idea. That literally was the thing that was stopping me from this working. Okay.
Barry, you have jammed yourself and Grubbs into this GCC uniform to a frightening effect. You are completely misshapen. Grubbs breathes heavily where your chest should be, and you cling to his head in a piggyback fashion, giving you a sort of front hunch.
So it should be easy for you then, okay? You're gonna go real method. Just act like you're my little prisoner and I'm your guard.
Just like a little oh, help me, I've been captured.
Yeah, like this. And she puts the gun up to his head.
Okay, well, is this, can we maybe not load it then if you're gonna be doing it like this?
It has to stay loaded.
It's really hot in here. Could we just stop fighting? We're aboard a GCC frigate or something bigger, and somebody's gonna come in and shoot us, kid. I know you're drunk, but you gotta snap me to it, all right?
Barry, make a perception check.
8.
Barry, you look around this little hallway, see ahead of you that the hallway branches out left and right. At this booth, there is only a small security camera pointed directly at the door behind you. If it's on, it's probably picked you up already.
Go on. Come on, go on.
And she pokes the gun at Kid Roach's head.
Right is right, remember, right is right.
And they go to the right.
Everybody make a stealth check. Barry, make yours at disadvantage, as the blind, restrained Grubbs attempts to walk as quietly as possible.
16.
18.
You move silently through the GCC frigate corridors. Every time Grubbs seems like he's about to fall over, you grab at one of his antennae and guide him through the hallways. Both of you make perception checks.
6.
13.
Barry is singularly focused on Grubbs not making a mess of this, leaving Kid Roach, with a gun to his head, to look forward. And as you gaze up at the ceiling, you notice a sign that delineates 2 rooms. The first, pointing to the left, seems to imply that there is a hangar door. Ahead points towards the cockpit.
Barry makes a point of whispering as she talks to Kid Roach.
Were you noticing if there were any signs or something where we should go?
Oh, I've seen all sorts of signs. There were a couple in a different language, but I did see 2. One that's pointing something like cockpit, and one said hangar, but I can't quite remember which one was which.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
I don't know. I could be. That's the thing. Oh, wait, hold on. We gotta stay whispering. I could be lying to you, but I just remember one said cockpit, one said hangar, and maybe I might remember which location is which if you were to unload this gun and have an unloaded gun against my head, like I had asked previously.
I can't have an unloaded gun because what if someone comes? What am I gonna do? Am I not gonna shoot him or what?
And I cannot have my memory at this time because of what you have chosen.
Barry takes the gun away from his head and points it in a different direction.
Are you happy now?
I'm quite satisfied. Now, where would you like to go, hangar or cockpit?
Which is which?
I mean, I can tell you which one is which when you choose which one you want to go to.
You guys are
Cockpit's
wasting
gonna
so
be the
much
pilot.
time.
We're going to the cockpit, okay? Shut up, shut up, shut up!
You all begin to creep down the hallway towards the cockpit, leaving the hangar door behind. As you approach, both of you roll a perception check.
17.
16.
As you approach, you realize that the door to the cockpit is open, and you very quietly peek your head around the corner, gazing into it. The cockpit is set up for 3 technicians and a captain to be seated within, and you hear a woman screaming angrily over a communicator as you approach. Kid Roach, you immediately recognize the voice of Stinger 1199, aka GCC Representative Whitney Ether. On the other line is a human man dressed in a neat uniform that delineates him as a Hastings banking executive. She yells at the screen,
"Well, call him again, Wayne. I'm not the one who doesn't know how to secure confidential documents in a secure bank."
Whitney, darling, some lady had just blasted through the steel walls of my office, and it required my attention. He went back in during the confusion and took the transfer order we had on file for Papa Roach, and, well, I anticipate he may have gone to confront him about it once he had time to go through it all. He's probably dead already.
If Papa Roach is dead, that's one less loose end we have to tie up. But if these swamp scum have the case, that presents a serious problem for us. Valdivia is making a play as we speak. If you think taking down one V-Jet is going to dissuade Bezguskian, you're out of your mind. Where would they be going?
How would I know?
I don't know, maybe because they bank with you? You don't have a file on these oozers?
We don't keep personality files for clients we deny, Whitney. The McGurks have had an overdrawn account for 4 months, and they're in our foreclosure database. The address was all we had.
God damn it. I knew it when I saw those Valdivians that no swamp gang was gonna be able to do us any good. They must have found and disabled the tracker early. Fuck! I had a kill squad at the elevator! This was almost a non-issue.
Whitney, darling, it'll be all right. We'll get that case, we'll make that 10 billion credits, and then we can go live on Mercuria like we always talked about. And then we...
Whitney hangs up the line.
Can't believe I married that fucking moron.
Ma'am, we've got a cellular communication to Papa Roach's phone from an unknown number.
Can you trace the calls?
Papa Roach is calling from the antenna, and the other one... can't find it. It's either stealth or the canopy is blocking it.
I'm done with subterfuge. Get the railgun up and running again and set course for the antenna. Fuck!
Holy shit.
That means a lot of stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was a whole bunch of reveals, all in one shot.
Okay, I'm having a bit of a panic attack here. Can we just hold for a second? Let me just get my breath.
And Barry Darling cocks her gun and points it at Whitney.
All right, just hold. Because, Grubbs, did you hear how much money she said she has in that case now?
I think that guy on the other line said it was worth 10 billion?
10 billion? That's like at least more than 100, I think more than 100 times of what we thought it was, right? I don't know.
But she has no clue where it is.
Well, hear me out. They seem to know where it might be coming from. Now, for me, I think if we were to play it smart, if we lurk in the shadows and let them take us to the point, then we can jump them, and then we're already in the location. None of us gonna have to fly this ship, because I can tell you right now, I do not know how.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know how to fly no JCC frigate.
Yeah, Grubbs can't do anything, really. He just kind of roams around and says things. So basically, what my theory is if we just play it safe, I know you love going in guns blazing, but if we just play it safe, maybe find a storage closet, you know, play a little like heads up, 7-up, you know, never have I ever, whatever we have to do to kill time. Until this ship gets back to the antenna, I think that is playing it safe.
You know what? I think that's actually a good idea. You want to go hang out in that guards quarter?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Yeah, let's turn around and see the guards quarters, lock ourselves in there. I can start looking for some snacks, maybe something to drink, because I'm parched.
Okay, how about you walk forward and I walk backwards? We go back to back. We make sure we have eyes on everything.
I think you walk right in front of me and I walk right behind you, how we've been doing it the whole dang time.
But you look behind me and I walk forward, okay?
Yes, I look, and I can do that for you. Absolutely, I can do that for you.
Great.
Very carefully, you move back down the hallway towards the brig once again. As you get back to the guard booth outside of the brig, a transponder on the desk lights up, implying that there is an incoming call.
Here, hey, are you gonna answer the phone or what?
Hello?
Hey, Corey, how you doing over there?
Wait, what?
It's Tom.
Oh, right. I'm good.
Okay, you need me to come over there and relieve you anytime soon? I know you've been pulling a double, man.
No, I relieved myself. I'm good.
Gross, dude. I don't need to know that. Okay, listen, I'm happy to come. I know I owe you from last time, so I'm gonna come relieve you, all right?
No, it's okay. Just joking. I'm just joking around. We have this rapport. We're always joking. I got it.
Roll a performance check.
16.
Yeesh, Corey, you sound sick, man. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, just, raided the snack cupboard and ate too much space onion crackers.
All right, man, if you want to finish out the next 15, that's totally fine with me. Just make sure when you're done, you lock up and then meet us all in the hangar. All the ships have been repaired and we're good to go hit the surface.
You know what? Actually, my stomach is doing, not great. Maybe I can hold it down for an hour.
Corey, we need you on the gunner for the third ship.
And you know what? I've always been telling you you're a great gunner, and you never believe me.
Roll a deception check.
17.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
All right, I'll do it. I'll do it this time. Just keep that brig locked down.
Let me tell you, brig is locked.
All right, I'm gonna... Guys! Tom's on the big gun.
Yeah, Tom's on the big gun.
And the intercom cuts out.
I don't know how the hell you did that, but that was real good.
I'm gonna be honest, sometimes when I do other people's voice, I black out.
So how much time do you think we have?
Well, at least an hour. It seems, at least.
I think your math is a bit off.
Both of you turn around to the hallway entrance and see Whitney backed by 10 guards, all with their guns pointed down the hallway.
You guys are really loud. Do you know that?
All right. Hold on. Before you guys shoot, let me just say this. I'm on this ship specifically for one reason and one reason only, and that is for leverage. All right, Whitney has made it very clear that I cannot be killed, because if we are to find the package that my father has, he's not gonna be happy if his one and only sweetheart, tiny little, sweet boy Peach son has been gunned down by GCC.
Roll a persuasion check.
22.
Whitney steps forward.
Everybody, guns down, he's right. Would you mind putting your gun down too, kid?
Here's the thing, I ain't gonna put my gun down because I don't trust y'all, so...
Kid, you're right. We have no intention of harming you. In fact, can I take you all to the hangar and show you something?
Yeesh, alright, you know what? I'm looking around the ship, I don't feel like we have much of another option, so yes, you can escort us to the hangar, but make sure your men do not have a single gun pointed at me or my crew here.
Done.
Thank you. And can two of you hand over some guns for the Goblin and Grubbs over here?
Whitney walks forward to meet Kid eye to eye.
We need you alive, but I do not need you in any specific condition. As long as you can still cry and scream for your daddy, that'll suit me just fine.
All three of you are escorted out of the guard booth and proceed towards the hangar. A squad of guards behind.
Kid, I gotta be honest. I underestimated you.
Yeah, well, a lot of people underestimate Kid Roach. Probably because of my demeanor and my thin legs. But I'm real smart, I can talk good, and I'm strong, and my dad loves me, so that's what I got going for me. Ain't that right, Grubbs?
Barry zips down her zipper to let him talk.
Yeah, that's what people say about you.
Surprise, bet you didn't know Grubbs was in them pants, and now you do, you're welcome.
Whitney and most of the guards look unsurprised except for one guard.
Oh shit, there's a guy in there. I thought that was just like a really tall goblin.
Whitney slides a key card and opens up the doors to the hangar. A 25-foot ceilinged room. Very, very large, with a sloped ramp leading down to a closed egress from the ship. Several guards stand around the ships finishing refueling procedures, but Whitney brings you down to the bottom of the ramp.
Beyond this door is the outside. We're gonna be sending a couple of squads down to reclaim the case so we can complete our deal. And bring your father up so we can have a little discussion about who will be paid what.
Barry, make a perception check.
11.
Barry, you look around and you feel very cornered. There's almost no way to escape here. You just have a closed door leading to the outside and a score of guards behind you. Make an insight check.
Botch.
Now, kid, if you would just come over here and take a look at this control panel with me.
Oh, yep, let's do it. Beep, bop, boop, love control.
What we're gonna do when we're ready is we're gonna hit this button here, send everybody out, and we're gonna get this all finished. And we're gonna do that with an appropriate understanding of who's in charge.
Whitney presses the button to open the door. Suddenly, the chamber is filled with wind. The guards back up, point their rifles at Barry and Grubbs, and all 20 of them open fire. Barry, 12 of the 20 lasers hit. 5 shots hit Grubbs. Barry, you take 198 damage.
As Barry wavers atop Grubbs, a smile goes across her face as she realizes she's dying as the tall goblin.
Barry, you fall limp over the edge, thousands of feet down into the swamp. In the midst of the rushing of wind, the world goes black. and Kid Roach. The lasers having destroyed the stolen GCC uniform, you see Grubbs fall dead as well.
Grubbs, no! Oh, swamp crabs, my Grubbs!
The doors close, and Whitney kicks you down to your knees.
Take him back to his cell. Time to reunite a father and son.
This has been a Hero Club production, produced by Nick Williams, George Primavera, and Jack Quaid, with associate producers Marty Abby Schneider and Dylan McCullum. Voice acting by George Primavera, Hannah Fagerbakke, Natasha Mercado, Marcos Gonzales, Nick Williams, Benjamin Watts, Helen Laser, Jackie Emerson, and Dylan McCullum. Theme song composed and produced by Matthew McCullum and performed by George Primavera. Special thanks to Kevin MacLeod, Ben Doyle, and Matthew McCullum for their amazing music, Magehand Press for their genius D&D 5th edition homebrew, Marty Abby Schneider for his incredible artwork, and Ali Cantonese, our hero. Follow us on Instagram at Hero Club Podcast, on Twitter at Hero Club Pod, on Twitch at twitch.tv/hero_club, and check out our website, heroclubpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and welcome to the club.
The fan blades go around and round to take you home. Around and round, the fan blades go around and round to take you home. Around and round, the fan blades go around and round to take you home. Around and round, the fan blades go. He'll make his presence known. Here he comes, he's the hero.
Don't you look at me, and don't you even dare touch me. Oh, sorry. Wait, what is it?
Don't you even dare touch me.
I'm Barry Darling. I'm Barry. Don't you touch me.
Put yourself in the swamp.
Don't you. Okay, I'm in the swamp. Wait. I'm in the swamp.